What's up, you guys, and welcome to the Coffee Break Podcast. I am your host, Melissa.
And I'm your co-host, Elisa. What is up, and welcome to our third episode of our spooky Halloween edition. Woo!
I hope you guys like our outro. I did it myself.
She's very proud of it.
I am.
It's cute. No, it's really cute. Like, you should appreciate it.
You'll see it after this episode.
Yes, that's why it's called the end. It's the end screen.
What? I'm really happy with it. I had
cute,
no
though.
idea what I was doing. And I was like, oh, wait, I got it.
I know what I want to do.
It's mostly I was having such a hard time getting the colors right.
But it came out great. Mm-hmm. And a little ghost, too. Super cute. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, what's the Coffee Break Podcast?
What is the Coffee Break Podcast? You may be asking, like I am right now. What is it? No, I'm kidding. It's that friend you haven't seen in a long time. That cousin that just moved back into town. Or your group of villagers that wants to go hunt for the werewolves.
Oh, okay.
Join us and relax as we talk about movies, games, and what's today's segment?
TV shows. Well, spooky TV shows.
Spooky
that we like
TV
to watch
shows.
in October.
Woo! Yes. Well, we even do brain fart. We even do a segment called Coffee of the Day, which is we give you a few facts of that one special coffee. Like today's, I personally made this up because I like to make stuff up. And I don't want us to run out of coffees or teas. So
some of them are going to be made up, but that's okay.
Because guess what? You can make this at home. That's right. Yes, you can make this brand new coffee at your home. Yeah. And you don't have to spend money on it. Well, you do, but you get
just
more quality. Yeah.
So it's not to say that they're made up, but it's not to say that you can't make them. You can't actually make them, but you can. So
yeah.
What's our coffee?
So it's called a vampire latte. Vampire latte.
Interesting.
Why is it a vampire latte, you may ask? Well, you're going to need raspberry or cherry or strawberry syrup or powder, whatever you want. You're going to need milk of your choice. You're going to need 3 shots of your favorite espresso. That's right, 3. Unless you're like Melissa, 2. 2 shots. Or 3 shots. It's up to you. Oh. So, you put your flavors in the bottom of the glass. This is for the ice lovers, okay? You're going to get that. You're going to put the milk in with the ice. And then you're going to pour the 3 shots over your milk and ice. And then you're going to be putting, if you want whipped cream, put some whipped cream on and drizzle that raspberry syrup on top for that blood effect. And put some black sprinkles. Or at Michael's, they have little sprinkles.
Oh, those
super
are cute.
It's super cute. You can put some on there and be like, blah, 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 blah. If you want it hot, do the same thing. Just don't add ice to it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
And don't add the sprinkles because they're going to melt.
Yeah, they going to melt. If you don't want whipped cream, after you add all your ingredients into your drink, pour the syrup on top. It still gives you the same effect. So... But yeah, like it gives that layer of like the bottom is like the flavor, and then you have the milk part, and then you have the coffee part, and then you have like the blood, quote unquote. So that's my own version. We're gonna be doing a video of just making all the coffees we said we will be making, like the Greek frappe and what's the other one?
That's new to me.
I said it last time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, 2-3 episodes ago I said this.
Oh man, I was delirious. I was a bit delirious because I don't remember.
It's not good to hear.
I know. I'm sorry. I have terrible memory. That's why I write things down.
That's sad. But anyway, that's our coffee of the day. Some vampire latte. Woo woo. Go try it at home. Send us a picture on our Instagram to see what yours looked like and how it came out. And what twist you did to make it to your liking. If you don't know what our Instagram is, it's e23g.e. e23g.e.
Yes.
The thumbs up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Melissa, want to lead us into our topic?
Sure. I'm going to talk about...
Stop touching the table.
Oh. I'm always getting yelled at.
Yeah.
Sorry for our listeners. So for mine, first show is this show called Ghost Adventures. It's been going on since forever now, and I don't really remember if it was like early 2000s when they first came out. They're this paranormal group that started in Nevada. Yes, in Nevada near Las Vegas, and they formed their paranormal group called Ghost Adventures, and they basically go around like investigating certain locations, or they get calls from people who are asking for help, like in their homes, which is kind of rare. They mostly don't do those. I don't know why. I think it'd probably be a good idea to. I'm sure they do, but just not on camera.
Probably.
And because you do have to have people signing waivers and all that stuff just to be on TV, to put it on TV.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'm sure like the reason they don't do that is for that reason alone, is because the whole legality of it, I'm sure, is very complicated, and I don't know.
Lawyers on top of lawyers.
Yeah, basically. And so, like, they go around and they investigate locations and try to find evidence of paranormal existence and study. And they go through, like, the scientific route of trying to find out the legitimacy of paranormal events or experiences, or even just trying to capture anything on camera using, I wouldn't say top of the line equipment, but they're pretty high quality equipment that I've seen.
Snap.
That anybody can be a ghost hunter. If you have a phone or a camera or a recorder, you'd pretty much be good. You just
got to do it.
Yeah, you just have to go do it. But I feel like that's kind of like a slippery slope of like falling into a hole of like just bad karma, maybe.
Probably.
Because I'm the type of person where I like to leave the dead men lie. I don't like to poke and prod at any like spiritual things. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like that. Like, hey, wake up! I need to have a conversation with you. No.
For my TV show.
Yeah, basically.
Do me a solid, please.
Like, they've lost so many, like, not so many members, but they've lost a pretty important member. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it's because of that reason. And they went and did, like, their own little spin-off.
Oh.
Like, they went off into a different group to do paranormal investigations also. Which is a lot less successful than Ghost Adventures, but they're still pretty consistent. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't seen a lot of their videos though, but yeah, it's pretty cool though. I like it a lot, only because I like watching that kind of stuff. I'm a weirdo like that.
I used to watch that growing up. Like, it's so similar to that.
I remember like in the early days when ghost hunting was like this new thing.
Yeah.
And it was like I don't know if it was on VH1 or if it was on MTV, but they would have like celebrity.
VH, that's how old we are.
Yeah, I know. They would have like famous people go out into different locations and try to like speak to ghosts or stuff like that, and it'd be funny as hell because like these people, like, they're famous and really well known, but they would go to these areas and just like break down, and I think that's the one thing that I kind of enjoy the most.
Them breaking down? You like watching people break down?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
what you
hilarious, dude. I don't know what it is. I'm like, there you go. That's why you should be messing with this kind of stuff, because it's serious. Like, to me, I take it serious. It's something like, I don't know, just my spirituality with my beliefs and stuff. It's serious stuff. Like, you don't just go and mess with the dead. Like, that's just a big no-no to me.
It's true, though. Don't mess with that, dude. Don't mess with that. Leave them alone.
Unless you're willing to face the consequences of your actions, I mean, by all means. But don't expect bad stuff to happen. Like, if you're gonna go asking for it.
Like, what is that? The one that we were talking about last episode, the curry?
Oh, yeah,
The one that will, like, keep pestering you. That's what will happen to you.
It was
or something like that.
No, you're right.
It was the curry.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll come after you and pester you.
Yeah, he'll come after you.
Be like, look here, man. You woke me up.
I'm not a joke.
I'm not a joke.
I don't know if you've seen, like, all these videos of, like, poltergeist activity. That's some serious stuff. Like, I firmly believe that that stuff is just not made up. Like, there's no way.
I don't think they're made up.
Like,
but it's still
poltergeists
scary.
are for reals.
Yeah, they're scary. I remember when I was little, like Paranormal Investigators. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Remember the show Invader Zim? That very, like, gross but awesome, like, TV show that got a remix on Netflix, which is okay.
Oh, really? I
didn't see it. It was like it's a movie of it. But, like, remember Dib? The guy that always tried to prove that Zim was an alien?
Oh, yeah.
He was a paranormal activity and his activist, and his dad was a scientist.
Oh, my God.
And his dad never believed him. And Dib would always let us, like, I want to be a paranormal detective.
Yeah.
And that was his, like, goal and dream. And he was like, I actually believe in it and I can prove right while all these other people are proving that it's wrong and stuff like that. Even though they say they are, but they're like, pays me money.
Yeah. Well, like, in our last episode, if you guys remember, or if you listened, we were talking about skinwalkers. Well, there's this place in
no, thank you.
Utah, I think it was.
No, thank you.
That's called the Skinwalker Ranch. And basically, it's, like, tied in with, like, paranormal activity and UFO sightings and alien activity. And, like, it's just this hub of just paranormal phenomenon. And there's a documentary on it, which is kind of dull, the movie or whatever it was. It was pretty dull, but it was interesting to listen to all the accounts. The only reason why I'm saying it's dull is because they did not show, like, any evidence of this stuff happening.
Oh.
A lot of I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't believe, because a lot of it are, like, personal accounts, like things that only happen to you, like personal experiences that you've had in this location. But it's not to say that they didn't happen. It just wasn't caught on camera. Those types of situations.
Okay.
Like, that's why it's kind of something that's hard to believe. But if you, like, if you delve into it and you read, like, you do some sort of research, like, I mean, it's not like people are not doing research. There are people out there that actually go, like, in universities, and they go and they study demonology, and they study like the effects of electromagnetic fields on the planet, like that kind of stuff. Okay. So it all ties in.
Together, yeah. Oh, well, look at that. Look at that. Okay. The more you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty interesting. I love this stuff. I eat it up.
She loves it. I'm over here like, oh, I'm learning something new about you every single day. I know she loves Halloween. I didn't know she was like, Halloween. This is a bit too much. I'm kidding.
Halloween is my time. But I'm upset, though. Like, there's not a lot of shows out, and a lot of the stuff that they do have, I already seen everything, and I'm like, I need something new.
You're like, I need something new. Give me something new.
Yeah.
Make your own show.
Oh, no. I don't want to. I don't want to go into that.
Oh, well then, no kidding.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's a little bit of a rundown of what
paranormal
Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, I have other stuff, paranormal stuff, because that's, like, some of my favorite. But I have, like, real life stuff, like Cold Case Pals. I'll go that into later.
That real case stuff. Ooh, I guess me too.
What show do you have for us?
So, a few of the ones.
I made a list, Elisa. Get on this.
I did too, but it's just like the ones that you're so hyped about this, and it's like it distracts my brain.
I told you since the very beginning, October is like a whole different me, a whole different level.
It is, dang. Like, I'm never gonna make her mad.
I'm not messing around here. I love October. October.
So she kind of reminds me of like one of the shows that I do like to watch. I think a lot of, you didn't like it that much, but was The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah.
So that kind of, you remind me a lot about it because they do, like, in the school that Sabrina goes to, learns about demonology and spell casting and, like, stuff like that. There's, like, a part in the show where they would, like, I think it was, like, I forgot what it's called, but once a year, they would, the lead, like, a female from each family will have one of their family members go up and they will, like, light a candle, and if it light red, that means you were the chosen one. That means you would get, like, you know, stuffed and, like, all this stuff. You get, like, anything you want, and then you get eaten by the covet.
Ew.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Yeah, so there was that episode, and that made me cringe so hard. I really could not eat meat for, like, 3 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was like, oh, snap. Okay. We're done. And so, like, that was one of the ones, because, like, you know, Chilling Adventure, like, the Adventure, Sabrina Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, it's a very happy teenage,
yeah.
and then they do Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which the comics were like that.
Yeah, the comics were like that.
I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then, like, the second season was more into depth about it, and it's very crazy. It's very crazy. I felt like the second season, though, was solving a lot of stuff too fast. Like, it was going through it.
I feel like you were really just, like, thrown into everything, and you're just supposed to be, like, on for the ride.
Yeah, that was, like, the only thing I had to say. It was like, okay, we solved all this stuff too long. You trusted that one person for too long. You said I love you to someone after 2 dates. What? What is this? I think that's the scariest thing.
Someone moving on too quickly.
Someone
moving forward,
I mean. Yep. Have you ever seen Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
No. It's
really good. They do musicals in it. It's really like one was all like, I have friends. Yeah, I definitely have friends. Like, because she just moved and like she goes through real life experience. Like, she wanted to commit suicide at one point. She has anxiety. Goodness. She goes see therapy. Like, that's real to me. I'm like, oh, dang, that's scary. That's my horror. But she's awesome. She grows a lot. But yeah, anyway. So, yeah, that show, Chilling Adventures, got me real good. Because, like, the first episode was, like, kill. I was like, oh! I was like, what's going on?
Like, family members are freaking dying. What? Wait, what?
Yeah. It was just like, oh, okay, I like this person. And then they die. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
But it was like, crazy. Almost random. Like, that's the thing that got me, like, yeah, it all happened so randomly, so fast, and then just like, wait, what?
Sometimes where it's just like it's like kind of like Game of Thrones. You can't attach to someone because it feels like they're just gonna do it for the heck of it. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's not what it should be about.
Well, in the beginning with Game of Thrones, it wasn't like that. It was like there were reasons behind each death. It was just the fact that I think that's why Game of Thrones in the beginning, I should say, did it so well. Because you did gain a sense of attachment to characters, and then all of a sudden they died, and it's just like that. Like, yeah, that was like, oh crap! Like, your favorite character is not safe, and then later on it kind of got dumb.
Dang, we're gonna lose so many followers from this.
I mean, it's a pretty popular opinion. I'm not gonna lie. I mean. I appreciated the ending for what it was, but it's not to say that I was pretty okay with it.
A lot of people weren't okay with it. I was like, oh dang, like
I was just like, I'm just leaving it as how it ended is how it ended. I'm not gonna freaking like go on a whole like rant, like Reddit sized rant about it. But I mean, it's just
those are crazy.
It's pretty common to not have like a good ending. It happened with The Sopranos.
Yeah, it's always hard to end something not good.
Yeah,
it's always hard to end something good because you're like, no, I want to keep going. But
the thing is, like, we did get a sense. Like, I don't understand why people were so surprised at how bad the ending was gonna be when, kind of towards the end, the last few seasons, they weren't that great, to be honest. So I wasn't that surprised that the final episode was pretty poopy.
Yeah, true. It's true. I'm
not surprised.
That's that's kind of how it felt like with Sabrina.
Yeah.
Like, things were, like, solving too much, and then the end of, like, the second season was, like, it was decent.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad, but it was decent. So, yeah. What's another show that you watched during, I was going to say Christmas, I meant Halloween.
I still watch scary stuff at Christmas. They're scary. No, I don't.
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. No, I like watching this show. It's a lot of basically reenactments. But it's it's a show called The Haunting or The Haunted.
Yes, I watched those. Yeah,
Haunted.
Yeah.
Something haunting. It's Haunted, The Haunting, or Haunted. I don't remember. I probably said something repeatedly and I don't even remember. But anyways, I love the show because there are actual accounts. Like, people are actually being interviewed and you're basically walking through their experience of...
And they have, like, reenactments
yeah,
of it.
and
Yeah,
like, all the cases are being reenacted for you to get a visual of how it all went down. But it's not to say that, like, they're made up stories. I'm sure some of them are, but whatever. I enjoy it for what it is. They do really well. The what's it called? The effects in the show are so wonderfully poopy that I love it. It's like super cheesy. And I can't
the actors don't really look like them. Like, when you jump into it and you see, like, the actor, like, wait a second. He's brunette, but he's blonde. You couldn't get a blonde actor?
Yeah, I love it. It's got that charm of, like, just really bad acting and just really good storytelling.
Hey, they're decent, okay? They're decent.
I love it. I eat it up.
I like that.
And
that
they have
show.
so many. Yeah, I love that show. They have so many seasons where I could just watch them over and over again.
They even have celebrity versions.
Yeah,
of
they
it
do.
Too. Yeah,
That's it's called Celebrity Ghost Stories. I didn't add it on my list because a lot of it didn't really, like, some of the stories didn't really add up, or I guess I just didn't care too much for the fact that, oh, they're celebrities and they went through a paranormal experience. Like, I think that commodity.
Too mainstream.
Yeah. No, it's not
kidding.
that. It's just a lot of them didn't tell the stories well. I don't know. Something about it I didn't really like.
There was one I watched where, like, they had a private birthday party for their 14-year-old niece in a haunted place. And, like, they were like, it was never going to be haunted. And then haunting stuff happens. They were like, we didn't know. I was like, really? You didn't know?
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, because I don't really believe it. But then that day happened. I was like, I can't with you.
Yeah. There's another show that I just don't remember what it's called, but it's done the same, but the person who's being interviewed is actually not really being interviewed by a specific person. Like, neither are these people, but and you don't hear, like, them asking questions, but you do in this other show that's basically like The Haunted. They have the families or a friend or someone who's very close with them. They're, like, discussing their experience to them. And you get more emotions, like, you see more of the emotional aspect of the whole thing. And I really, really like that. That show, I need to find it. But that show, it's I think it's on Netflix. And that one is really good because you do get that emotional aspect from it. And you get the good effects, those Netflix effects.
Yeah, the Netflix
They're
effects.
so good.
They're because they got money. They got money.
So it's like a better version of a haunting, but, like, it's just like it's just so much better. Honestly, it's like a better version of a haunting. But I forgot what
they
it
got
was
the
called.
money for it. They got. I think I know what you're talking about because I just saw. I wanted, like, suggesting things because I've been watching, like, a lot of dark anime lately too. But yeah, there's like suggestion for you. I was like, nope.
Yeah, it's a really good show. If I find it, I'll probably put it in the description box, or I'll send it to Elisa. And but yeah, like, I really liked that show, and I think one of the cases that really took me back was this guy who has been haunted since his childhood.
Oh, dang.
And he said that he felt that the place where they lived when he was a kid basically cursed him, and he has been followed since then. But there was a point in time in his life where it was gone. Like no experiences, no being haunted in their sleep or like being touched or anything like that up until recent times, like 2008. It started up all over again. And he got super emotional about it, and he firmly believes that this thing is going to kill him. And
dang.
Yeah, and he got really emotional. He started crying. His whole family started crying because they were there, and he was telling this story to them because he's never said anything to anybody up until this moment. And Aww. It was so like I was like, this is the best show ever.
And it's like it's cool for her, but like he's crying, but she's all like, this is the greatest thing in the world.
No, like I felt emotional too, for him, but like I could understand how that's something so stressful, like to have in your life.
Yeah, I'd be
and it sucks. It really sucks.
It does.
You should go see a specialist.
True that.
And probably
Therapist. What other shows have we been watching?
What other show have you been watching? I have more, dude. I have more.
I saw some of the ones that you put, and I'm like, oh, I watched those
I remember
too.
In this other episode with when Joe was here, we talked about Dead Files. I have Dead Files on here.
His mom was watching it. I would watch a little bit with her. That was scary.
It is creepy. If you watch it at night, it gets creepy.
She watches it at night. She's like, I'm going to bed with this. And I'm like, I'm going to do it at 8 a.m. in the morning. Well, at least I can have like a whole day just to clear my head with like My Little Pony and stuff like that.
It's we've talked about this, right? Yeah. So basically, it's this show about an ex-police officer, ex-detective from New York, and him and his partner, who is a medium, they investigate people's homes, or even just the person who feels that they're being disrupted by a spirit or like accounts or something like that. And so basically the detective will delve in the real life aspects of what went down on the property or what's been going on with this person. So they deal with that kind of stuff. They get all the information from the family or a friend or something, or even an ex owner of the property. They will go talk to them and ask if they've had any encounters or if it's something recent.
Yeah.
And I like that stuff because I really like history and I like knowing backstories of like certain locations. Like my house was built in the 70s, and that's kind of boring.
What the world?
Oh no, wait, it was built in the 60s and it's still a really old house. But nothing weird has ever really happened except for maybe one time when a cup randomly exploded in my mom's room.
A cup exploded in your mom's room? Yeah. Like, how did it explode?
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
Oh, my God.
But I did hear it. It was at night.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, I just don't remember what time it was. But I heard it. Like, you just heard this pop sound and then, like, the glass hitting the floor. And my parents were asleep, and they heard it too, obviously, but they didn't know what the heck happened, and for the longest time, they still don't even know what happened.
Did you have cats back then?
No.
Oh, dang. No. And it wasn't Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. It was not Wednesday.
No.
And then ever since then, nothing's ever really happened. Like, I've always had certain feelings about their room in particular, though.
Yeah.
Like, I can't sleep in there, and for some reason, they have this, first, they have this big-ass mirror in their room, and I have a thing about mirrors, because I feel like mirrors are pretty much, can be turned into portals for things to come in and out as they please. Of course. That's something that I just believe in.
As there's one behind us.
Yeah. It's pretty popular in voodoo to use mirrors to, like, do practices and stuff like that. But, like, so they have this huge mirror, and every time at night, like, I just have this really bad feeling that something is looking at me. And also their closet freaks me out. It's a regular closet, nothing special, but at night, you definitely get a sense of, like, something is there and it's watching you, and it's like, it feels like a heavy, like, it feels heavy, and I do not like sleeping there. I don't like being in there at night. I just cannot. So I always close their door.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
I'm like, y'all deal with that.
That's your creature to deal with.
Yeah.
Not my creature to deal with. Those are your demons, not mine.
Anyways, that's my tangent with that. But anyways.
So that's the real Dead Case Files right there. That's the thing. Ooh.
So in Dead Files, the spirit medium goes and does a walkthrough of the house, and she talks to spirits that are there, or she gets kind of like visions of things that happened in the past, and then in the end they meet and they talk about what they've both found out, and if her things cooperate with his findings, that means like that there's evidence there of something happening. Oh. That's basically like validating it and what they can do to fix the situation. But the best part of it, for me, are the drawings that they do, because sometimes they will have like graphic novel style like artwork or sketch artists on there, and then other times they'll have like complete amateurs, and it'll like look funky as hell,
and you're like, whoa.
Basically, I'm like, this literally looks like a kid drew it. I don't know, I just get a kick out of it. I'm like, this is supposed to be spooky, and then all of a sudden they open the manila envelope and it's like a kid's drawing. That's what it looks like.
So mean.
But I've seen some pretty cool stuff on there though. Like, they never show any paranormal like activity, but it's still pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. I feel like the medium can be a little overdramatic though. So. But I mean, I don't see what she sees. So who am I to judge?
That's true. How dare you judge her? Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Do you have anything else, or do I keep going?
I know she got like a whole list and everything like that. I guess like one of the ones I was watching recently. I know it's been out for a while, but I just started watching it because like I finally caught up with all my stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's a Japanese show on Netflix. It's called Kingdom.
Never heard of it.
It's literally like a zombie movie, but it's a zombie show, but it's a disease that's spreading. Oh. And something, it's a curse. It's something, it's like it's literally like this guy and the prince is trying to understand the new threat that's coming, to the point of this like, maybe this is a curse, maybe this is like something that's gonna wipe humanity, and this is like back in the 1800s, like before that, and like, whoa. This is not they don't have guns, they got samurai swords, and they put like wood action? Yeah, live action. They put wood out to like stake them and stuff like that, but these things can run. Oh. They run at you, and it's scary because sometimes someone will talk and you're like, whoa. This is not what a regular zombie does. This is not normal. This is not normal. And it's just like, okay. So yeah, it's like literally just like finding out how it happened was like super scary. So there's like this one girl just like with her patients, and then she thinks he's alive, but he's not, and like attacks her like gruesomely. And I was just like, oh. I was like, I had to stop watching that for a bit, and I was like, go watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend real quick. Calm myself down, listen to some musicals, and then go back to it. And then just trying to figure out like how to stop it. Yeah. Cause like they're so creepy. Cause like they have the facial expressions of a human. They're not like the cane. Okay. Oh, okay. They just turn different colors.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this is a curse. I don't know what's happening. I only watched a few episodes, and I'm like, what's happening? It's pretty good. I would recommend it.
Okay.
Just don't eat while you're watching that. Really don't eat. I got really sick.
Chicken.
Cochina? Oh, what's other stuff that you've been watching?
So for some real stuff, I like watching Cold Case Files.
Real stuff.
So basically, they're like also interview like story based show where former police officers or former detectives discuss cases that went cold. And they talk about their findings during the time of the actual crime or death of whoever had passed away at the time. And they discuss their findings and why they couldn't really come up with any
like hardcore evidence.
Yeah, any evidence or any leads on who committed these murders. Mm-hmm. And sometimes there are cases where they're like 13 years old. There are some cases that are like way longer, like 24 years old. And it's not until recent time with our new technology that these cases can be solved because we have the type of technology that can do that, like with DNA evidence and forensics and all that stuff. And
blacklight.
Yes, that's one thing, but it's more like the findings with DNA evidence. And DNA was not I mean, people took DNA samples from suspects, but it's not to say that they were using it for anything specific.
Yeah.
So like nowadays we can find DNA evidence using, like something as simple as saliva, whereas back then, they would have to literally draw blood.
Yeah. To find it.
Yeah, to get your DNA.
You can find DNA in the air that the people breathe in now. Yeah. Like that's how much technology is just like enhancing. Like,
hey, you smoked that cigarette, there's some DNA on that.
I know, there's some DNA on that.
You touch that cup, that's some DNA in it.
Mm-hmm.
And your fingerprints.
And your fingerprints is everywhere.
But yeah, like, I love that. I love these cases, especially when they do get solved after, like, such a long time. It's always funny to me how close the killer actually was. To the whole thing in general. Like, some killers don't even move. They stay in the same place for years, and they never get found out up until, like, years later.
And they're like, you're under arrest.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
And they're like, wait, for what?
I know. Wait, for what? I forgot. Yeah. It's like, you murdered so-and-so.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's, like, some crazy stuff. And I also like the emotional aspect of it because some investigators and some detectives get so personal with the stories. Not the stories, but with the cases, even though they're not supposed to. They do take things personally because it's something that they've been trying so hard to figure out that it's just like it drains a whole part of their lives from it.
It's true, yeah. They get so invested into it. Yeah.
And I don't know. I just really like that. And they also get, like, the interviews with the family members and all that stuff. And anybody who has been involved in it, they get their part of the stories are inserted into each episode.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
That's cool, though.
Yeah. I have a lot of crime shows that I like watching, too. So freaking weird. I can't help it.
That's okay.
I'm watching one right now too. It's docuseries though about these child killers from Detroit.
I seen the
I forgot what it was called. The cold something.
The cold it's a cold something of this like of children.
Yeah.
Cold kiss of children. I don't know, but yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now, and the episodes are long. I love that, though. I like that the episodes are so long, because you can get down into pretty good details on each case. And just the sheer fact, like, they didn't know, or they didn't have connections with certain, like, kids, or, like, in this case. It's a lot more morbid in this one, because it is children that are, like, the victims of this thing, including the families, but it's just the fact that there's children that that were killed. Like, that's so morbid to me.
That's just so crazy.
Yeah.
That's why you don't bully people.
But yeah, I'm still watching it, so I can't even tell you what's going on.
Okay.
I just started watching it. I'm still in the first episode. That's how long it is. It's like they're so long. But I like that it's told by someone who was there and lived it, and it's not like the story of, you know, a cop who decided to, you know, come out with their information on this case. It's like a person who's from Detroit. They went through the same experiences. They technically survived it because they didn't get kidnapped. They survived the encounter, basically, whereas the other kids did not. So he's trying to figure out what happened. Why is this case not solved yet? And it's a really old case, and it's multiple victims, and they still haven't found anything.
That's crazy.
And there's like conspiracy and like all this stuff that's in it too. I don't know. I just think it's really cool. Like, not the whole situation.
No,
but
yeah.
I like the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out more. But I can't watch it by myself. I have to watch it with Natalie because she doesn't want me to watch it by myself. Yeah, she wants to watch it too. So I'm like,
okay.
You need to be getting out early so I could watch it because I'm not about to watch this at like 1 a.m.
Right? And then you go to bed and you have dreams about it. You're like,
yeah, exactly.
The kids come for you in your sleep.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other shows, or do I keep going?
I like yours better. I mean, some of the ones. Let's see what you have here.
I have Paranormal State. That's an old show that I used to watch. They don't make this show anymore. I have no idea, but it's basically the show of this paranormal group that was started in Pennsylvania, I think. It was a college, a college group or club that would do paranormal investigations and find out, kind of like the same with Ghost Adventures, except for these guys actually go to people's houses. Like, they don't just investigate locations. It's more of like the person has stuff going on in their home, and they're trying to figure out what to do or what's going on and how to fix it. And I think that's one of the other things that I like about them is because they're a younger group and they're actually trying to help rather than, you know, rather than just going in and investigating and then, okay, leave it up to you after that.
I know, bye.
Yeah. Whereas these guys, they will actually try to help you with your situation. Like, they will bring in a real life demonologist, like Lorraine Warren. I don't know if you know who.
I've heard.
Yeah. Okay, so Lorraine Warren would come in and she would get a feel, like, she would also do a walkthrough in the house and figure out what's going on. And and they would also have cult specialists and come in and do their thing. Like, I think that's one of the things that I like the most. Yeah. And the main guy who's the leader of this group or club, he has his own demons of, like, not like literal demons, but he has his own things that he's not really willing to talk about. But but that's basically what sparked the whole club, basically, and his idea of going to people's places and figuring out what to do and how he can combat these spiritual things, even though we can't physically see them. Yeah.
Like, that's still something, too.
Yeah, there's something there, and, like, we can't physically see it, but we know it's there. Otherwise, why would we feel this way?
True.
That's how I see it. It's like, you can't take away my personal experience, even though you can't.
Try me.
Yeah.
No, try me. Take away my stuff. That's true, though. That's a good point. Yeah.
This group is really cool. I recommend people go watch Penn State.
The Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Paranormal State.
Well, that's pretty awesome. But on that note, we actually have to end this episode right now.
Okay.
For now. And then we'll come up with more in the future. If you have any suggestions, please let us know in the comments below. We would like to hear what you guys like to watch during Halloween, or just in general. Like, you like these cold cases? Do you like what scares you? And blah, de woo woo doo woo doo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. This is sponsored by Elite 23 Shopping. Need some new Halloween clothes or some sweaters, some backpacks, sunglasses?
It's sweater season.
It is sweater season. At night.
At
Night. And not really during the day. Check out our site at Elite 23 Shopping and put in code CBP as I bit my tongue midway. CBP for 30% off your whole purchase.
Yeah.
Go check it out. And if you haven't already, go check out our Instagram at e23g.e, e23.e, and check out our Inktober's. And if you have some amazing, awesome, cool Inktober's of your own, message us on our Instagrams and you may be featured in the next post.
Yeah.
Don't forget to look it up. Am I forgetting anything?
Not really.
Like, subscribe.
But if you like what we do here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more notifications.
We have a button that's like in the corner always. Like, if you just want to subscribe, there's
Is
one
it
right
over here?
there. It's somewhere in your end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. YouTube does that for us. But yeah, for those of you who are watching, it's right there. Right there.
Yeah.
I'll have to animate that because it's right there.
Mm.
Yeah. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy our spooky Halloween. It's mostly run by Melissa. Because she loves this stuff. Don't worry, when Christmas comes around, it's my domain.
I don't know. I mean, there's Krampus. We could talk about Krampus.
I love Krampus. I mean, I don't like what he does, but I like the story behind it. See, that I can get crazy on. Okay.
Thanks for watching
Thanks,
and thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.